You know what? It's great to be here tonight. I wanted to come to the studio and do something extra special. You know what? I'm sitting in 21414 studios right now, and I got the most amazing news today. You know what? You're looking at pictures of a living, breathing, walking, Bible-believing, Jesus-talking man right now. Just a few short weeks ago, I can't remember how many it was. Listen to me. Who's ever listening to this? Listen to me. Just a few short weeks. I can't remember how many weeks ago it was. I got a message late at night, and it was from a saint of God on her way from Texas to Oklahoma. There had been an emergency. Somebody had had a massive heart attack, and she got there, and the situation had been worse than what she was told it was, maybe. But she didn't have anybody else to reach out to, and somehow a message come across her screen. Rock Solid has invited you to listen to this or this, and she sent me a message. Well, you know what? That young man laid in that bed surrounded by ice. That young man laid in that bed surrounded and hooked up to every tube you could imagine. They were crying, they were crying, they were crying, they were crying. But that lady sent me a message, and I simply texted her back. I said, send me a picture and I'll get it up as fast as I can. She sent me that picture. Listen to me tonight. She sent me that picture, and I posted it, and almost 500,000 people, I said almost 500,000 people visited the website, and they signed up to pray for that young man. Now you look at those pictures that are flashing across your screen. I said, you look at those pictures flashing across your screen. That's from death to walking right there. They couldn't get his body temperature down. They told him he had the brain of a 2-month-old baby less than 3 weeks ago. They told his family to get ready for the worst. They told him he'd never walk out of that hospital. They told him if they took him off life support, he'd just be a vegetable and lay there and not even know who they were. Well, you know what? Look at those 2 little boys right there with their dad, 9 and 11 years old. They're shouting, they're dancing, they're praising Jesus. You look at that picture, that young man flexing his muscles. You know what he's doing? He's flexing his Jesus, point plain and simple. Why? Because somebody reached out to somebody, and that somebody got a hold of the masses. And when they tell me there's nobody left in this country that believes in prayer, when they tell me there's nobody left in this country that believes in the name of Jesus, you know what? Don't come at me with that mess. Look at James Curry. Don't come at me with that mess. Jesus is still alive, and he's still in the healing business. Why? Look at those pictures. I said, look at those pictures. I said, look at those pictures. I said, let them play through your mind all night long. Whatever it is you need Jesus to do, call on Jesus. Whatever it is you need Jesus to give you, call on Jesus. Because tonight, I said tonight, they're making arrangements for a man that was once left for dead. He's going to go home, and he's going to be with his family in the presence of his wife and his children. You don't get no better than that. I said that's better than a Big Mac extra large value meal at McDonald's on sale for 99 cents. I said you don't get no better than that. So all I wanted to do was say thank you for praying, thank you for believing, thank you for shouting, thank you for claiming, thank you for saying, thank you for doing, thank you for fasting, because Brother James Curry is going home. I said he's going home. And you know what? If you look real close, there's a picture with his handwriting on it. You know what he asked for in that handwriting? He didn't ask for it to go home. He didn't ask for an ice cream sundae. He didn't ask for a chicken fried steak. He didn't ask for anything else other than get a hold of the preacher and tell him to come for a revival. And when he gets here, he's staying at my house. He's talking about Evangelist Steve, by the way. You know what? I'm coming to Oklahoma, and I'm coming to Texas in the very near future, maybe a month or 2 from now, and I'm going to grab that man's hand, and we're going to shout all over Stillwater. We're going to shout all over Tulsa. We're going to shout all over Athens, Texas. Make no mistake in my voice tonight. Why? Because the Jesus that I preach night after night, day after day, and live every single moment of my life is still healing people. He's still curing people. He's still causing the dead wing to get up and walk away. He's still doing that which they said was impossible with man. God still says it's impossible with Jesus. So you know what? Everybody that prayed, everybody that saw this, everybody that sent me a message or text me or told me they were praying for a man they didn't even much know, guess what? God heard your prayers. And don't let nobody, I said don't let nobody ever tell you there ain't no power in the name of Jesus. God bless you is my prayer. Enjoy what God has done for Brother James.